Welcome to Scotty's Playtime. I'm Scotty. I hope you're all doing well. I've got to talk about this. I'm sorry. This tariff thing is driving me crazy. No, I'm not talking about what countries Trump's tariffing and how much and that. The fact that so many people still do not understand what a tariff is. Seriously, folk. Look. Say I'm China. So somebody is arguing with you about, is it a tax? No, China pays. Describe it this way. I'm China, and I'm selling you a widget. You're an American company, and I'm selling you a widget for $1. So every widget you get from me, you pay me $1. Now, you're charging $1.10. So you're making 10 cents on that widget. But the government steps in and they say, we're putting a 25% tariff. So now when you buy that widget from me, you still pay me $1. But I don't pay the 25%. You turn around and pay the U.S. government that 25%. So now that same widget is costing you, the American importer, the American business, $1.25. You're still selling it for $1.10. You're losing 15 cents on the deal. You're not going to allow that. So you raise the price to keep your 10-cent margin, costing you $1.25. You charge now $1.35. The widget that was costing $1.10 is now $1.25. Who's paying that extra difference? The customer. It's a tax. It's a sales tax in a way on the consumer. You and I, the American people, pay that tariff. China didn't pay a cent. It was the businessman who imported the widget had to pay that 25. And why does Trump keep saying it's making money, it's revenue? Because to the U.S. Treasury it is revenue. But it's coming from you, the American business owner. You, the American importer. It's not coming from China or Japan or any other country. So let's make that point clear. Second thing is, they say, well, it's bringing manufacturing back. Manufacturing didn't leave because there was no tariffs. Manufacturing left this country due to greed. Greed of wealthy business owners, greed of stockholders who demanded more and more. We can make more product or sell more product at a cheaper cost. First, they drove the workers. Then when they couldn't drive the workers any harder, they said, well, where can we get it cheaper? We're paying our workers, minimum wage is $7 and something. They're paying their workers $2. Yeah, their workers don't have homes or nice anythings, nice whatever. They don't have cars. But hey, we don't care about that. Their workers are getting $2 and sometimes less. Sometimes these workers are little kids working in sweat factories or whatever to make Nike shoes. So these corporations, in pursuit of ever more profit, because in the United States, profit is king, they sent your job, they sent these manufacturing businesses overseas where it was cheaper for them, even with the import fees, rather than pay a U.S. worker. And now somebody's going to say, well, the people make too much. Do you make too much where you work? Look, the wealthy want to convince you that you don't need an iPhone or a smartphone. You got to have one to live today, but you don't need it. You don't need contact with friends. Oh, when your employer says, your future employer, you're filling out an application and they say your telephone number, you say, oh, I ain't got one. I'm too poor. Well, you don't get a job then. It's a necessity. But they're going to try to tell you, or did tell us a while back, that you don't need an iPhone. Let me tell you something. Chuck Grassley was asked about giving increase in workers' wage at the same time Congress increased their own pay. And you know what he said? Oh, you can't give it to the lower incomes, the poor people. You know what they spend their money on? Booze and women and movies. Well, how dare they have any fun? Fun is for upper echelon, for the upper incomes. Fun is for Congress members. Why should you, the working poor guy, get the right to watch a movie? Who do you think you are? One of us elites? One of us wealthy? You get back into the mine. Lay in that hovel. Hope to God you can feed your children in the morning. I should have said hope to your dogs that love gravy, but you can't afford them anymore. That's what they're trying to do to you. Greenland. They want Greenland to become a part of the U.S. Greenland has a minimum wage of $22 an hour. That's starting wage. They have free education, free health care, and I forget how many, I think it was a year of maternity leave or something like that. So why would anybody from a good, prosperous, advanced, wealthy nation want to come here? Because we're trash right now and getting worse. All right. Well, that's me opining on tariffs and the reason for them. If, as Ethel, in Essence of Thought, try wrapping your tongue around that one, says, if you noticed anything I missed, if you got a correction, comment, whatever, let me know. So this is Scotty's Playtime. I'm Scotty. Thank you. As always, best wishes for everyone and hugs for those that would like